going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And today we're going to be doing the NFL Beast Week 11 predictions. Joining me, Rain48.
That's me.
That is you.
That's me.
Yeah.
Who won last week?
Well, the Bills didn't win.
Fuck you. Neither did the Packers.
Wait. How did the Bills spell 11?
If you're gonna say 12, you already said 12, so you already butchered your own joke.
Anyways, so we are back, yeah.
Christian Watson still hasn't found 50 yards.
Well, that's because our quarterback sucks. Anyways, so we are back, and the 14 games that happened last week, we both went 9-5. So it was another even. You're still winning the season, obviously, since nothing really changed. So yeah, that's where we're standing right now. Also in the big news today that came out is that Watson is out for the season for the Browns, too, and then
With a broken shoulder.
And he had a high ankle sprain too.
Yeah, but broken shoulder would officially put him out.
Would put him out, and he just did a really good comeback too. So that's probably his best game he had this season. So yeah, that stinks. But anyways, also Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator did get fired the next day for it, and I
Still not enough.
not enough. But I know I see where you were at. I seen your Twitter. Like, oh, you want to fire them all?
Get rid of them.
Get them all out here. But anyway, so yeah, those are the big news things that happened following week 10. But nonetheless, as we move forward to week 11, we have the Amazon game, which is tomorrow, the Cincinnati Bengals against the Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore's a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah. The Ravens did lose last week, but they looked very strong. They didn't win, but again, they didn't look bad either. So, Bengals again, they're starting to kind of get more strides as of late. But I'm gonna pick with more of the safer bet. I'm gonna say the Ravens. I think they have more of the hotter thing going. I mean, the Bengals just came off of loss to Houston, and again, the Ravens are still more consistent, I think, this year. So I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens are going to get it done. I'm going to say it is 24-17.
I'm going to tell you right now that I can't see Cincinnati going on a second multiple game losing streak this year. They're going to play with some absolute urgency. It's going to be a tough game. It's a divisional game. They're always tough games for this division. I'm going to say it's 21-20. It's a 1-point game. I'm taking the Bengals.
Okay. Next, we have this now the 1 o'clock Sunday games. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns.
The Browns are a 1-point favorite. However, the Browns are most likely going to be starting Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Oh, I thought
They're going with the rookie unless there's a change of heart. This is the most recent news.
Oh, so they're not starting the guy that just won from a couple weeks ago?
Correct. They're starting Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Oh, wow. That's now was he the one that lost?
That got the first game, correct?
Yeah. See, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's a good idea.
You said he lost to the Ravens?
Ravens.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Yeah, but he got less than I think 7 hours of notice that he was starting too. So I guess you could use that as a point to why he got killed, but I don't know. I think you should just go with the guy that's
I mean, let's be fair. DTR didn't have a bad game. Yeah, he threw 3 INTs to the Ravens, but 121 yards. The line did not do him any favors.
And he had 7 hours of notice basically.
And that was the week after, I believe. Okay, no, never mind. It was the week after. It was the week after. I thought it was the week after Nick Chubb going down. Maybe it was 2 weeks after Nick Chubb going down.
Yeah. But the Browns are 1-point favorite. I mean, the quarterback position is unknown right now on how it's going to work. But the defense is not unknown.
No.
The defense is the best defense in the league right now. And because of that, as long as the quarterback, whoever plays, does okay, I think they can win this game. The Steelers are still kind of relatively rebuilding. The record is a lot better than what I think it will indicate at the end of the season. I'm going to say the Browns win 23-13.
I agree with you on the Browns stance here. If you're looking back at it and looking at the teams that Pittsburgh's knocked off compared to the teams that have beat Pittsburgh, it's almost night and day difference. Whatever you want to say about Miami right now, about, they're beating not great caliber teams. Okay, cool. They beat the Browns week 1. Your entire game plan in that week was Nick Chubb, who went down with a knee injury. They got pummeled by the Niners. They barely beat the Raiders. They got absolutely scorched by the Texans. They eked one out on the Ravens. They eked one out of the Rams. They lose to the Jaguars. They eke one out to the Titans. They're not a good team. Offensively. The defense hasn't been bad. That being said, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to say 14-10 Browns victory.
Okay. The Las Vegas Raiders against the Miami Dolphins.
The Dolphins are a 13.5-point favorite.
Yeah, and you can't fall for that. The Raiders, they beat 2 bad teams on their. Outside of that, they're dysfunction. I know they're celebrating. They're happy that McDaniels is gone, but let's be serious right now. They didn't play a really good team.
Let's be serious though. It's kind of just impressive that they even got to 5 wins in the season.
Yeah. So I do think, even though I think the team is better now off without McDaniels, I still don't think the team right now is going to be able to contend for anything right now against the better teams. So I do think the Dolphins will win the game. I'm going to say it is 27-14.
Listen, if there's any telltale sign, the game that they do lose, which eventually gets McDaniels fired, is against Detroit, who's been a good team so far this year.
Well, it was because of his stupid he had. Do you know the story about it? Right?
It doesn't really matter about the speech. They kept closer with the Lions than they did the Bears. So that's kind of a shocking point. But doesn't really matter. I think that the Raiders are in trouble the next 5 weeks, given you have Miami, Kansas City, Minnesota, the Chargers, and Kansas City again. So enjoy Dream Street. Dolphins win this one by a lot. I'm going to say 42-10.
Okay. Blowout City. Next, the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions.
Detroit is an 8-point favorite, which I don't think is a fair line at the moment because that line currently is without Justin Fields at quarterback. I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Well, yeah, the Bears, I don't know. The Bears, I think, are going to lose anyway. The Bears, they got the, with that Panthers win, right? They beat the Panthers last week. Yeah, that only helps them.
I know it does.
They got the Panthers' first overall pick if they get the first overall pick, which I think is kind of interesting in itself. But nonetheless, I think the Detroit Lions still win. I think they're your guy, Campbell is gonna.
Dan Campbell, biting kneecaps.
He's gonna beat on him. Unfortunately, it pains me to say this. Well, not that it matters. I don't like the Bears either, but I still don't like seeing the Lions win. But anyways, nonetheless, I think 30-17 Lions.
I'm giving both teams slightly more points. I'm going Lions. I'm going to go 35-21. I think you're going to see a little bit more offense from Chicago than you've seen. Chicago's finally getting healthy. You are getting Khalil Herbert back. You are going to get, Fields back. The receivers are finally starting to run clean routes. Chase Claypool is no longer a problem. But this is the equivalency of looking at the Raiders against the Chiefs. It's the bottom of the division versus top of the division. A clear answer there. Yep. So I'm going with Detroit.
Yep. And so now we have the Tennessee Titans against at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars are a 7-point favorite.
Yeah, they lost big to San Francisco, but I wasn't surprised by that because I said the 49ers would win. Titans just they're in a regression.
That Titans team is weird because like they got the rookie Levis. He had 4 touchdowns, and I don't think he's thrown a touchdown since.
Yeah.
That team disappeared.
Yeah, they got to go to Henry or something, or just go back.
Henry's old too. That's the problem. Henry's starting to
go back to Tannehill.
I don't think that's going to help at all.
I don't know, but anyways, it doesn't matter. Jacksonville's going to win. Jacksonville rebounds. Titans are not a good team. They're regressing. I say Jacksonville wins 30-13.
I'm not giving that much faith because the Jags' offense has been horrendous this year. But I think the Titans' defense is equally as bad as the Titans' offense. I'm going to say the Jags win this one 24-13.
All right. Next, we have the LA Chargers against my Green Bay Packers.
Your Packers are not the favorite. Chargers are a 3-point favorite.
Yeah, it's probably because we're wearing those weird Oregon jerseys now.
No, it's probably more so because, let's be fair, the Chiefs, or the Chargers have more of a chance of being a winning team right now. They have lost. Wow. The Chargers are the Buffalo Bills of a couple years ago.
They're not I don't think they're as good as the Bills.
You want to bet?
Chargers?
Do you want the crazy stat that I just realized?
What?
Week 1, lost by 2 points. Week 2, lost by 3 points. Week 6, lost by 3 points. Blown out to the Chiefs. Fair. Last week, against the Lions, lost by 3 points. 4 of their 5 losses have been by 3 or less points. That team is contending. They're just not putting away close games.
Well, they can't contend if they don't win, but I mean, still. But yeah, I get.
But they're contending in the game itself.
Yeah.
They're not getting blown out unless you count the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
And that's actually impressive given that their defense is the worst in the league.
So what, you're saying the Chargers?
I'm going to say the Chargers. I think it's going to continue, though, that they keep playing these close games. I think it's going to be 21-18.
So this is tough for me because I really don't want to pick against my Packers. But Jordan Love is a horrible quarterback. That will never be a franchise quarterback. I am saying this now. I do not care if I get memed a year from now. But I can definitively say it. I've seen enough. We need to get rid of him at the end of this year. I do not care. Well, we need to fire the GM anyways. I've seen enough. He can't win in the clutch. Every time they get close, he cannot win inside 2 minutes. He throws it right to the defender, and then some people are like, well, look at some of Watson drops some of the passes or whatever. Big deal. People drop passes. He still has to make completions. He had plenty of time to do it, and then when it gets to the clutch, when he goes in the 2-minute drill, he just dies in the fourth quarter. He had thrown. Everyone's like, oh, 3 quarters he didn't throw an interception. Then what happened in the fourth quarter? Starts throwing interceptions. Starts making stupid mistakes, and it's close games. And then they're blowing it at the end. It was a very winnable game against the Steelers last week. And there was a lot of problems, obviously, with the run stop, which we've talked about. But Jordan Love has to make those plays. When you're in a close game, you have to make those plays at the end of the regulation. And he can't do it. I'm going to say the Chargers are going to win. I'm saying it is going to be 20-10. I don't think we're going to win this game. I hope we do, but I just can't see it.
Okay.
Cardinals the Arizona Cardinals at the Houston Texans.
Texans are a 5-point favorite.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Houston Texans win. I really like what this CJ is doing.
CJ
Stroud is doing. He had another. I think it was it 400? It was 400 again, right? Last week, or it was close.
I think it was close. I don't think it was full 400.
But he played really good in that game, and I think we're gonna be talking about this guy at the end of the season. Like I think this is gonna be CJ Stroud is gonna be one of those quarterbacks.
356.
If they don't make the playoffs this year, which I don't think they will, But we're going to be talking about him at the end of the season as probably being one of the more promising prospects going into year 2 for Houston. That's I think we're going to see with him. Cardinals, on the other hand, Murray came back, but
they look good.
It was look for first game back, but it was close again at the end. But
they won.
They won, yeah, but it was close. It was close. It was a winning field goal game at the end of regulation. But I don't know. I see the promise more. I see the potential there. Possibly another 400 game or close to a 400 game C.J. Stroud. I'm going to say that they're going to win. I think it's going to be 23-20.
If there's one thing I'll tell you about the Houston Texans right now, it's that I'm very disappointed in myself that I did not put the over on the over-under for their win total this year. When I went through the original record, I had them at 10 wins. When I was looking just at the record, I'm like, they don't have a very good schedule. I could see them getting to 10. You know what their over-under was? 6. If I played that over, I would have felt real damn good about it.
So you put on 6?
I know if you would have played over and you win over 6, you win.
And they're at 5.
They're at 5 already, so they need 2 wins to break the over. That being said, I think they get another one this week. The Texans' offense is humming. That offense has been fun. The rookie Tank Dell, he's going to be one of those guys that makes everybody believe. Mid-round pick again. This is what's going to start proving the draft nicks wrong. Kids like Tank Dell.
What about the draft wrong?
People like Tank Dell are going to start to be what proves the draft analysts wrong. You know why Tank Dell didn't go higher? He's too small. When you watched him on tape, size didn't matter. That kid found a way to get open.
Size doesn't matter.
I think he's only 5'9", but he won with his moves and he always got open. Lightning fast. I personally was a big fan. To me, that is my Josh Allen. I wanted Buffalo to get him in the second round. That would have looked real good if you were a Bills fan right there. But I'm going to say the Texans continue to roll here. I'm going to say they hang 30 again. I'm going to call it 31-14 Houston Texans.
Okay. Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers.
Favorites. Cowboys are a 10.5 point favorite.
Yeah. Carolina, I don't know what you guys are going to do. You got no first overall pick, and you guys are losing, and you're only helping the Bears, which I really don't like that. So I kind of hope you guys win here, but unfortunately I can't see that happening. So I'm going to say the Dallas Cowboys win. I'm going to say it is 31-16.
Yeah, I think it's the same situation. I don't really trust the Cowboys. Although we've been proven wrong this season once already with Cowboys.
Yeah.
When the Cardinals beat them early. I do think it's kind of the same scenario. I can't see the Panthers really mounting up against this.
Yeah. I hope you guys can prove me wrong because I really want to see them win.
Especially the thing here is we've seen that Dallas can be a two-dimensional team. They can win 2 ways. And quite honestly, the Panthers suck against the running back. It's going to be a quick game. It's going to be, I'm going to say 28-10 final Dallas.
Okay. Next we have the Giants at the New York Giants, a.k.a. New Jersey Giants, at the Washington Commanders.
The Commanders are an 8.5 point favorite.
Yeah, I think the Commanders easily win. The Cowboys just, or I'm sorry, not the Cowboys. The Giants just suck right now. And
do you hear that drama?
There's a bunch of drama going on.
Well, why they're saying that the Giants do suck?
Why, because of the coach?
Nope. Because ownership won't take their hands out of decision making. The coaches know what they want to be able to run. Ownership's going, yeah, but I like this instead. Ownership wants to start making decisions regarding the players on the roster, and basically Joe Shane and Brian Dable are telling them, keep your hands off the roster moves. If you want us to win you games, let us make the play calling decisions and let us make the roster decisions.
They're not calling the plays.
They're not calling the plays, but basically they're telling them we want you to make sure you keep him. We want you to draft this guy. Where they would look at the draft this year and went, I'd rather take these guys. And John Mara's going, I pay the bills, you get him.
Well.
So, it's frustrating. If I was a coach or a GM, I'd be pissed if, hey, we did the scouting, we like him better, and the general manager or owner comes along and goes, well, hold the phone.
That's sometimes you get paid with the paid effect, though, of that. But at the end of the day, the coach has still got to go out there and coach the guys up, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you don't have the right players for the right
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're getting blown out, though. I mean, I don't think you could. With that, I mean, I don't think that's that much of an effect.
I mean, to an extent, it will absolutely, and then you factor in injuries. Who's the quarterback though?
Daniel Jones.
No.
Well, I mean, he was until he got injured.
He got injured 3 times this year, so
now I don't.
Tommy DeVito
again. No, is Tyrod coming back?
Tyrod's on the IR, so it's Tommy DeVito. And
is he coming back this year? Or?
It's Tommy DeVito and Matt Barkley.
Yeah, not looking good. Commanders, I think, are going to win like 27-0. I think it's going to be a shutout.
The biggest concern here is that the Giants actually are pretty good against the secondary on defense, or against the receivers on defense. I think that you're going to have to see the running backs really get involved and the tight end get involved to win this game. I still think that Washington wins it, but I don't think it's like a crazy blowout. I'm going to say it's 24-13.
Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are the favorite.
That's a 405
game. It's the first 405 game.
The Niners are an 11.5 point favorite.
Yeah, I think the 49ers are now getting back on track. They easily won last week, and I think they're, they have to if they're going to want to do anything. But Tampa Bay are an okay team, but nonetheless, I think the 49ers do win. They get back fully onto track. I'm going to say 24-20.
I'm going to say the Niners also get on track. I'm hoping that maybe this is the stumbling blocks to see Kyle Trask get in for the Bucs instead of Baker Mayfield. I'm going to say it's 24-7. Not got a lot of faith in the Bucs offense here.
Okay. All right, here we go. 4:25. Your game, New York Jets against Buffalo, or at the Buffalo Bills.
Don't got much to say. But Bills are a 7-point favorite. This is the last game you're going to be picking the Bills if they lose again. 20-17 Bills. That's all I can say. I still don't have a lot of faith I think more that the firing of Ken Dorsey was a scapegoat than it was anything that's going to fix these issues. So if they lose this, it's the last time I'm picking them this year.
Well, I will say this, because, I mean, I don't like being bombarded by a team that I said was going to probably win the AFC this year. But
You mean bamboozled?
Bamboozled. But I will say this. You want to know the last time a team like this fired an offensive coordinator mid-season like this? Baltimore Ravens, when they won the Super Bowl.
Were they this far down below in the standings?
They were 10-6 that year. So
What was that? 2014?
wasn't it 2012?
I thought it was 14 that they went to the Super Bowl and won it.
No, that wouldn't have been. That would have been later. It was 2012, because then the Seattle won 2013. So all I'm saying is, I'm not saying it will be the same thing, but the Ravens did it, and it kind of catapulted their team.
It was 2013.
Okay, so you're off. 2013. Okay, so the 2013 team Super Bowl may have been in 2013.
Yeah, there was a 4 seed.
So it would have been the 2012 season. So yeah, 2012 Ravens, yeah. So they fired their offensive coordinator, and it catapulted them the latter half of the season to eventually get to the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying that will happen for the Bills, but I'm just saying that maybe firing the offensive coordinator might catapult them somewhere and get more wins. But nonetheless, I do agree. I do think the Bills should win this game. Jets do have a pretty good defense, but I have no faith in Zach Wilson. And I think Josh Allen is pissed. I mean, he was pissed last week, but I think he's really pissed. My boy Allen is gonna get something done here and make a statement. I think they win 27-9.
I can only hope you're right, man, because I don't have a lot of hope right now. Oh yeah, it was Cam Cameron, and they fired him, and Jim Caldwell took over.
Yep.
Well, I mean, let's hope.
Catapult him to the Super Bowl.
Let's hope.
So nonetheless, 425, the next one, is the Seattle Seahawks at the LA Rams.
Seahawks are a 1-point favorite.
Yeah, this one's kind of, I think this could go either way, but at the same time, Seattle, they're closer to the division right now with the Niners, so I think Seattle gets it here. I think they're going to win 27-20. I think it's a close game, but I think it's a touchdown game. I'm going to go with Seattle to win.
I don't think you're wrong. I think it's kind of the same. I think the Seahawks also win. Something's going on with the Rams. That team is not as efficient as they were.
Either,
he's supposed to be back this week.
Oh, he's supposed to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not as efficient as they once were, so I'm going to go out on the whim, and I am going to say that...
Seahawks?
Yeah, I'm going to say Seahawks 24-17.
Okay. Next, we have the Sunday Night Football game, 8:20, Minnesota Vikings at the Denver Broncos.
The Broncos are a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I mean, Denver, got to give it to them. I mean, granted, I still think the Buffalo Bills lost the game more than the Broncos won it. But nonetheless, they still won the game. But the Vikings, I mean, they've looked promising, but I also think Denver have looked promising too. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say it's 26-23. I think the Broncos get it done. I think Broncos are looking pretty good.
I'm going to say that the Josh Dobbs train keeps rolling. I'm going to say it's 17-13, Minnesota.
Okay. All right, Super Bowl rematch last year, Monday Night Football, on my birthday. 8:15, Philadelphia Eagles against the Kansas City Chiefs. Or at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ugh, this is a tough one.
What's the favorites?
The Chiefs by 2.5 points.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of go with the same. I think both teams coming off a bye? Both teams are coming off a bye, so they're both well rested. I'm going to go out and say that, on top of coming off a bye, you've got all the talent here. I think the Eagles are due to lay an egg, if that makes sense. I think the Eagles are due for an ugly game. They haven't really had it yet this year. I'm going to say it's 24-20 Chiefs victory.
Yeah. I could see this going either way, but I think the Chiefs are going to get it done. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I think it's going to be 17-14, possibly winning field goal. I think the Chiefs do still win, though.
That'll do it.
Yeah. And that is all the game. Also, bye teams? If there's any this year.
There's a couple. The Falcons, the Colts, the Pats, and the Saints.
Which, by the way, the Patriots have not fired Bill Belichick yet.
Oh, stunning. Instead, they're letting him get away with their shit. What's he doing? He's benching his quarterback. He's trying to blame his quarterback.
Well, Jones didn't play that good, though.
And he didn't coach.
Could have won that. Could have won the game, though. It was only a 4-point game. But then again, Germany, UK, the games usually are low scoring. But
I think that was our last one for the year over there, right?
Yeah, it's the last one.
Thank God.
Yeah. So, nonetheless, that's it. Comment, rate, subscribe. If you're on the website, hit the subscribe button, notification, all that stuff. And then also...
Shout out to our sponsor, Nikki Two Scoops. Hit him up for some ice cream. We really appreciate Nikki Two Scoops. Shout out Kyle Kruger at Chicken Dippin'. Hit him up online, chickendippin.com or chicken_dippin' on Instagram. And shout out to Jeanette at the Therapy Sessions Buffalo. She cuts my hair. So,
cool. And that's it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. He's the Rain 48. We are out. Peace.